Okay, hello, everybody, and welcome to my Hell in a Cell review. Chi-Town, Chicago Hell in a Cell was tonight, or some would call it another episode of Monday Night Raw, because it kind of did feel like an episode of Monday Night Raw in some aspects. Then again, this whole card felt like a Monday Night Raw pay-per-view. They did have one SmackDown match at the last second, but looking at the card beforehand, I'm like, damn, they might as well just call this a Monday Night Raw pay-per-view, because that's all it really was. And yes, it did feel like an episode of Raw throughout halfway through the show. Now I did have one of my co-hosts go to the show tonight. King Zay or Isaiah, one of the people on the show. You heard him in the Double or Nothing review about a week ago. But yes, he was at the show tonight, so I'm gonna have to talk about that a little bit. What happened there later. Talked about a couple things throughout the show, but he was there tonight at the Allstate Arena for Hell in a Cell. But we do kick it off with the women's title on the line. Triple threat match: Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Becky Lynch to kick off the show. Um, excuse me. This is a very good match. Hot, hot way to kick off the show. Crowd was really into it. People did love this match. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good match. Of course, Bianca was gonna go over. She ended up pinning Asuka for the win right after Becky what was it, like Becky had like hit the manhandle slam onto I think it was on onto Asuka then, and then Bianca ended up coming back and throwing her out of the ring and then pinning Asuka because Becky tried to get rid of her at first. But it was a very enjoyable match. Did I think Becky was gonna get pinned? I would have expected it, given that Asuka was pinned by Bianca last Monday on Raw. The whole go home show thing. But yeah, Bianca ended up pinning Asuka to retain the title. So I think this thing with her and Becky may not be over yet, given that Becky was not pinned here and Asuka was pinned. But this was still a very great match to kick off the show between all three women. So I like this match. Not a bad way to kick off the show. Next, we had MVP. Basically now making diss records, uh, which I thought was pretty funny. About Bobby Lashley and stuff. The Fall Almighty. It was called. So MVP was spitting some heat out there. I did enjoy it. It was funny, but I did enjoy the bars though. He was talking to Almost in the back about the match. Cedric Alexander showed up, and MVP told him like, "Listen, man, you've been trying to get my good graces for a while now, but it's over, all right? Her business is done. It's never coming back. You gotta go." And almost told him like it's time for you to go, and he ended up leaving. In now as for the match itself, Bobby Lashley was very over in Chicago. Let me add that in this handicap match, it was what it was. You could have put this match on Raw, probably would have been the same thing. It wasn't a bad match. You figured Lashley was going to go over. Cedric Alexander did come out there, almost ended up, clotheslining him over the ropes, but Lashley ended up spearing Omos then, and then MVP tried to get out of there, but Lashley got him with the hurt lock, making him tap out. So Bobby Lashley winning, I expected it. Obviously, they protected Omos here because he was not pinned or submitted, and then Cedric with the interference. So obviously, this whole Lashley and Omos thing probably will happen again. Probably another match 1-on-1, but we'll see what happens. But Lashley finally getting his payback on MVP out there too, and stuff in this match. Like I said, he won the handicap match, so not bad. Right after Lashley did, I know he grabbed like a replica title, basically saying, he may be back into the title picture now. So we'll see that what happens with that. But if he's going back in the title picture, I would enjoy that. They also talked about Cody Rhodes, which he's apparently injured with a torn pectoral muscle, and yeah, we're gonna get into that because it's gonna be a lot to say about that match when we get to the Hell in a Cell. Kevin Owens went against Ezekiel, Elias, whatever. Um, Kevin Owens won. I didn't really expect him to lose right here since they've been doing this whole thing for the past couple months now, since the night after WrestleMania. Um, Owens won with the stunner and stuff. I don't know, cause he said, "Oh, it's you're Elias, you're not Ezekiel, you're Elias, you're not Ezekiel and stuff." So, Owens won, so I don't know. Well, I guess he now proved himself right. Hey, I beat him, so now he must prove he's Elias or something like that instead of saying he's Ezekiel. The match wasn't bad or anything. Like I said, this could have been on Raw. Did it really need to be on pay per view at the same time? Not really when you think about it, but given the build to this, I see it was on here, but yeah, Kevin Owens won. It was an okay match. I don't know what they're gonna do next with Ezekiel, but we'll see what happens with that. Next, Judgment Day. Edge, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest versus, Bullet Club or not Bullet Club, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Liv Morgan. By the way, Edge's whole crew had black and purple, and Ripley had new gear too. So not the usual all black. There's some very different gear out there this time. Um, Very good six person tag match. Um, I know Ripley kept getting away, so Balor just couldn't hit their finishers and stuff, kind of almost using herself like a shield and everything. It was good time out there. Wasn't a bad match. I enjoyed it. Sometimes I can't get over Edge's new haircut. Sometime I keep forgetting like he's got this new haircut. He's got that Bart Simpson look going on for some reason. But like I said, look at this match and whatnot. It wasn't bad. Good 6 man, had a lot of action. The crowd was into it, I thought. So it was pretty good. But Balor was trying to go for the phenomenal forearm, not phenomenal forearm, the coup de grace on the Edge. Ripley tried to shield, Edge, just kind of standing in the way, but Liv Morgan climbed onto her back then. Both of them went to the outside, fall on the ground. Balor went for the coup de grace, but Edge got out the way. Edge speared Balor and ended up getting the win. I don't know why Styles is bleeding. By the way, I think he was bleeding out from his head. I don't know where he got hit or cut. So need to figure that out. But I figured Edge and them was gonna go over anyways. Did I expect Balor to take the pin? Not really. I probably just would have thought Liv Morgan would have taken the pin right here. I know AJ wasn't about to take an L. But yeah, they end up pinning Balor here and stuff. So yeah, Judgment Day beating Bullet Club, not Bullet Club. I don't know what to really call this team, but Bullet Club, not Bullet Club. So good match. No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad match, and a lot of action going on. Crowd was into it. Lashley was in the back. I guess he ended up talking to Cedric. What happened out there. Cedric said, it wasn't for you. I wasn't coming after. He got tired of being treated like he was nothing around here. And I want to be my own man, everything. And Lashley said, hey, good. You stand up for yourself, and I'm proud of you. But don't interfere in my matches again. All right. And him, just doing a fist bump and walking off from there. Happy Corbin went against Madcap Moss. My friend Isaiah told me that people were going to the bathroom during this match. I was kind of halfway in and out of this. I don't really care for this feud that much. I know Moss has a different gimmick. I'm hoping they get rid of the name Madcap and they just call him Riddick Moss. He's not wearing the suspenders. You saw that on SmackDown Friday. He's more serious now and stuff. He got his payback on Corbin. That's basically the thing you can say from that. Putting the chair on his neck and then dropping the steel steps on to his neck with the onto the chair, which the EMTs end up coming out, have to stretcher Corbin away. So Moss got his payback here. So maybe they move on from this feud, I'm assuming, because like I said, he ended up getting his revenge. He's got a whole new gimmick now. I don't know where they're gonna go with Moss. Maybe they're gonna make him into something. And everything. Maybe he's gonna be a big player around there on SmackDown. I'm not really sure, but at least he's out of the whole, laughing like a hyena gimmick and whatnot. Just get rid of the name Madcap. Let's go back to Riddick Moss, and we'll see where we can go on from there. Then, but yeah, they're giving this guy like the black trunks, just new, new gear, new music, all that stuff. But can I say the crowd cared that much? Not really all the way. Maybe later in the match, but I think people would kind of felt like this was their bathroom break match right here. But Moss got the win, so there you go. Austin Theory went against Mustafa Ali for the U.S. title. Chi-Town, not the biggest pop for Mustafa Ali out there, I would say, but he came out there with the Chicago colors on, and the Shy Ali T-shirt, kind of like the Bulls. Got the Chicago flag on his on his leg and everything. So, Ali did get some chance out there. This was a good match, not bad. Did I expect Ali to win? Well, should have been kicking his ass almost every week on this show. Maybe I thought he probably would have got to come up and whatnot. But they weren't going to take the belt off of Austin Theory right now. They got too much going on with him. This was a very good match, though. I think I did get they were able to get the crowd in a little bit later on because I don't know if people cared that much, but the crowd got a little bit more hype later. Mustafa Ali, like I say, he went for that 450, but since his theory was focused on his leg, he hit him with a chop block, picked him up, gave him the ATL, and won the match, and did the whole selfie thing before walking off. So yeah, Austin Theory still retains the U.S. title against Mustafa Ali, but yeah, I would have liked it if he won, but you know, I kind of expect he wasn't really going to win anyways, even though they've been beating the shit out of this guy for the past few months. Next was the main event, Hell in a Cell match. Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes. Seth Rollins coming out with the black and yellow polka dots, just like Dusty Rhodes wore back then. Cody, who had a torn pectoral muscle, and by God, his whole I think it was his left side, I believe, but like his whole half his arm and chest and everything. Oh, sorry, his right pectoral muscle. Bicep a little too. Holy shit, it was so bruised. It was bruised. I'm surprised he even did this match. He toughed it out. I'll give him that because they were out there for how many? Like, it was the main event of the show, so I think they were out there for like 20 some minutes. But man, he's Cody. I don't even know if you want to say sell out there or whatnot. You can't tell if he's even in pain or selling, but Cody toughed this match out. Yeah, it was a lot of weapons involved. Of course, Rollins coming out with the kendo stick, hitting Cody with several times. To a break. Cody blocking it, getting the kendo stick out of his hand, throwing him into the cage, around and stuff. Excuse me, throwing around the cage, trying to take him out. Rollins, reversing, slamming Cody into the cage, then hitting him with more kendo sticks throughout this match. Like I said, you can see a lot of weapons involved, chairs and stuff being slammed to even the steel steps at one point. Like I say, Cody's just I feel like Cody's just trying to survive out there several times. I know Rollins ended up pulling out like a like Cody's weight belt, but it was like a dusty belt with the polka dots on, and it said visionary and everything. Visionary on the ropes and start hitting Cody with it several times for Cody can get the upper hand because like a polka dot belt and stuff. And Rollins ended up pinning him. It did not work. Next thing you know, he got a table in. Fans chanted, "Thank you, Rollins, for getting the table," which was pretty funny, I thought. Trying to get Cody onto the table, which he did get him on the table. And, because he tried to superplex him on it, it didn't work. So Rollins went for a frog splash. Cody moved out the way. Rollins crashed through the table then, which, Cody went outside. And it was a bag, and he ended up getting like a bull rope, with a cowbell to it, like Dusty and stuff. Next thing you know, both of them are fighting over the cowbell and everything, trying to take each other out with, like to say, this big bull rope, beating the hell out of each other and stuff. Rollins ended up powerbombing Cody through the table that was on the corner, the corner outside the ring and everything, and try to take Cody out from there. Next thing you know, we got a sledgehammer, Triple H style and stuff. Rollins had pulled out. Cody kicked him out, kicked Rollins so he couldn't use the sledgehammer. Hits him with a fucking pedigree in. A pedigree, folks. Like I said, a lot of Triple H references here. Cody ended up getting the sledgehammered in. Trying to take Rollins out with it. Didn't work because he ended up chasing him, and Rollins got him with the curb stomp going back in the ring, which was for another near fall. He tried to go for another curb stomp. Cody got out the way. He went for the crossroads, but Seth countered it. He did the crossroads, but Cody ended up just reversing it back in his own crossroads. Then both of them were down. After that, they start going for the sledgehammer. Cody tried to get to his arm, kind of gave out during it and stuff. And Rollins got the sledgehammer, but Cody kicked him again so he couldn't use it. Hit him with two more crossroads out there. He was going to go for a third one, but he decided to pick up the sledgehammer, hit Seth Rollins in the face with it, and won the match. So, Cody, you got to give him a lot of credit. Like, you won with a torn pectoral muscle. And, my friend Steven, he said it's kind of funny that, Rollins lost to a guy that was already injured. He lost to a guy with a torn pectoral muscle. You think it'd be easier for him to win. Did I think Seth Rollins was going to win this match? In a way, yes, because I didn't think they were really going to go like 3-0 with Cody. So, yeah, 3-0 for Cody. 3 in a row right here. I probably would have thought Rollins would have got the win, and then given the injury and stuff, maybe this would have made it easier for Rollins to just beat the hell out of Cody and still win the match. But no, Cody Rhodes still goes over Seth Rollins. Basically, showing how tough Cody is to even do this match. I don't know if he'll require surgery. I'm sure he's gonna require something after this, but even I'm just kind of surprised they really did a Hell in a Cell with this guy with a torn pec. Sorry, and it's just like the bruise on his like chest and arm was just getting bigger and bigger and just like spreading all over the place. Even I was like, this is some brutal shit to be doing. I'm surprised they even gave him the green light to even do this. Because it was just like so purple and black. I'm like, man, hopefully it didn't get hurt too bad out there during this match. But yeah, both of these guys beat the hell out of each other out here. I'm assuming Cody may be going for the title next, or like I said before, maybe he'll get surgery. Maybe he may take a little time off until this whole torn pectoral thing is all fixed up. I'm not really sure, but like I said, gotta give him credit for even doing this match with that and still finishing it. I'm almost surprised he even went over. But yeah, 3-0 for Cody, okay? Overall, this Hell in a Cell thing, yeah, you could have think this was a Monday Night Raw pay-per-view. It was okay. Listen, the main event, of course, closed out really good. To Hell in a Cell, you already know that was gonna be big. The beginning started off hot with the triple threat women's tag match. That tag match, triple threat women's title match wasn't bad. Mustafa and Theory wasn't that bad. It was a pretty good match. The 6-person tag wasn't bad. Didn't really care much about Moss and Corbin out there, but hey, Moss got his payback. Ezekiel and Kevin Owens was honestly whatever. Kevin Owens got the win. Shit, it was only like what 6, 7 matches on this show, if I'm not really mistaken. Like 2 title matches and stuff. I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, Lashley getting the win over everybody was pretty good too. So yeah, it's not much I can really say about this show. Okay, it's Hell in a Cell. It is what it is. You could have said it was either a Monday Night Raw pay-per-view or just another episode of Monday Night Raw. But the Hell in a Cell was really good, so I did enjoy that. But yeah, it was an okay show. That's all I really got to say. Hoping my friend makes it back. We'll talk about the show at a different point, but you know, it was what it was. It was Hell in a Cell. That's all I can really say. We only got one. At least we did get like 2, 3 Hell in a Cell matches because that was overkill when they were doing that. So one Hell in a Cell match, that's fine enough. 2, I would be okay with on some points, but 3, that's just kind of going overboard for one show. Shit, then like last year they did like 4 Hell in a Cell matches in a matter of 2 to 3 days. So that tells you something there too. But hey, that's all I got to say about Hell in a Cell. Just one Hell in a Cell match, but. Okay, show. But yeah, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodieKnight890. Tell me what you think about this show. Did you like Hell in a Cell or even enjoy it? I thought it was okay. It was whatever. So it wasn't bad. So it's not like it was the worst thing in the world. It's okay. But other than that, I enjoyed the main event a lot. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys then. Peace out. Follow me on Twitter at HoodieKnight890. Peace.